go, boys. We're in it.
All right.
Welcome to the very first podcast of the Cuddlepile podcast.
The first legit?
The first
legit
one.
one.
It's session 1, we had a session 0, but we're back.
Session 0 went not according to plan.
No, there was a couple funny points.
Kind of dog shit, honestly.
We're working on the chemistry a little bit.
But anyways, welcome to the podcast where it's just a bunch of college friends sitting around a table, shooting the
boys.
shit, saying some weird shit also. So I'll start off, and my name is Max. Off to my right here is
David.
I am Drayton.
My name is JJ.
My name is Steven. You can call me Steve if you like.
Steven
No.
the man.
The man.
no Steve.
Well, we
Steve
prefer
the
to call you
man.
gay.
Steve the Steve man. Steve man.
Yeah.
Call me anything you want, idiot.
You know what? You can call me anything. Just don't forget to call me for dinner.
Oh, man, that's
Just don't
so
forget to call me
cheesy.
later.
Fuck off.
Kiss your mouth.
I'll kiss you around the cheek. If you
All right, so evidently Drayden was saving a story for our podcast.
So hopefully it's
That's a
worth.
perfect segue into the first.
Apparently,
Jesus. thing to do.
Did you already arrive on that segue? How'd you get here with that?
oh, because I'm just that good. Fuck off. Say your story.
Yeah, starts it.
Maybe I
This
won't.
better be a good story we've been waiting
better be.
on.
You
Like,
know,
this is
he's
how
been-
we're opening
okay,
up the entire podcast.
He's been saving
Well,
the
it's
story, being like, it's fucked up. It's like it's a really fucked up story. Like I can't wait to tell it
This
to
is
the
the
podcast.
first moment
story
the
better be
Cuddlepod
fucking good.
has.
Everything is save it for the pod. Save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod. Now it's
Well, yeah. How else we're gonna have like actual shit?
Yeah, I was
It's
trying
like
to
a
tell
conversation.
I mean, that's
something
fair.
earlier. It's like save it.
Better be
Yeah,
good.
shut your
Better be
fucking
good.
mouth until we do this.
I'm trying to say, hey, I want to get chicken nuggets later. Save it for the pod. But
save it for the podcast. It's like, dude, that shit's so bad. Like, save it for the pod.
Save it.
Save it for the pod.
Save
Save
it.
it the cod
All right.
past.
All right,
Drayden.
let's hear it. Drayden.
Drayden, tell me your story.
So let's actually start this off with an actual topic.
Okay.
What you guys have really fucked up stories that you've accidentally done?
Wait, like, what do you mean, like, fucked up
Like
stories?
just really fucking stupid and like things you've accidentally done and just be like, Jesus Christ.
I pissed down a slide when I was like 5
Why?
because I thought it was fun. I made a water slide.
Why would you piss on us? Why?
I made a water
Why?
slide.
I just let that slide by without even a second thought. I was like, oh, Max did that.
Yeah, I didn't even think of anything. I was like,
I think
yeah.
my brain
Honestly
like
prepared.
deletes those moments.
You just don't want to recall them ever.
That one's going in the vault.
I actually have a really fucked up story. So one time, this is back when like my ex had like an apartment or something like that, and it's like I went to go hang out there like all the time. It was a bad time. Anyway, so I brought our friend who was I think 16 at the time, and we brought him to my girl. Can you stop whispering into the fucking mic? Try to tell my fucking story. You're the one that's like we shouldn't talk in front of anybody.
Well, I just said this guy fucks. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Anyways,
He does
so
fuck JJ.
so
He's
we
not
had this.
Fuck you.
Shut the
So we had this night. Shut the fuck up, Drayton. So we had this night where we were gonna go out. We were gonna stay in the apartment and drink because my girlfriend's roommate at the time was, I think she was like 22. She was like 22, 23.
This was your girlfriend?
This is my ex-girlfriend had a roommate that was like 23.
Okay.
And so it was me and my buddy who was 16 at the time went over there to go drinking and shit. And he's kind of new to it, kind of.
Right.
And so what ended up happening is that we drank a shit ton, and then I don't remember most of this, but from what I remember is I went out, I was in my underwear, I go out, and he's making out with a 22, almost 23-year-old, like the 16-year-old making out, and they're like drunk as shit.
Oh, so he was raped.
Kind of, yeah. And I, no, it wasn't rape, but like I guess it was it. Is 16
Yeah.
like the age of consent? Is that what it is?
Actually.
Sorta.
I'm pretty sure 16 is.
I'm pretty sure age is age.
She's like, you said yes afterwards.
But like 20, but like 22,
She's
like
like
22 and like 16. That's like
That's
that's a pretty big
that's a large
threshold.
gap.
We're already talking about consent.
Are we though?
So anyway, I peed in my trash can once.
That's
I
a
pissed on the slide
that's a
one time.
hard urge not to. When you see a trash can, like I really want to take a piss in there.
It's like I,
That,
Honestly.
No, it was just a thing
Never
that
once.
happened.
That or when I walk into JJ's bathroom and I see the litter box.
oh my god.
and Dave's just like,
It's so
But
hard.
one of these
someday.
days.
But anyways, the story gets more like, so after I find out like they're making out or whatever, I'm just super drunk as shit, and I just got done doing the and so like
What does that mean? What is that?
it's, I mean,
He
it's
was
fucking-
scrubbing the
Oh,
toilet.
you fucked your pussy.
Wait, no way.
I fucked my girlfriend at the time's pussy, yeah.
bro, he was beating the beef curtains.
He was big. Anyways,
go.
so
Did you
so
come?
after that was done, I was just chilling in the bed and like just butt ass naked, and so was she. And then this guy, the 16-year-old, just busts in the room, and then he's like, "Bro!" And so I like run to the bathroom naked. Evidently, I don't know why I thought I was scared. And I thought the blankets were like, I guess that great. And so then he's like banging on the door, and he's like, "Bro, you gotta come out, bro." And so then I come out, and I tuck my dick in between my legs, and I like look like fucking the Titans from like Attack on Titan, and I'm like,
Wait, so you tucked your dick and balls between your legs, and you thought that was a good idea?
that was a good idea.
That is
That was the first course of action.
That was the first course of action.
Why was
Is that would you also do that if like a burglar came in and you were naked? First things first.
Actually, to
Why
be honest,
was
my
it-
first.
Why was it?
Let's go.
Why wasn't your first thing is, oh, okay, let me just cup my dick and balls. Your first one was, okay, cool, good idea. Let me just tuck my dick.
He did
and
the same
balls.
thing back.
Sorry.
He did the same thing back. Yeah.
This is, okay,
It was
you
really
didn't-
weird, though.
You didn't mention that.
I did mention that, but that was pretty funny though.
So you thought it was a good idea. Why? Why did you think that was a good idea? Oh, here.
Because I'm inebriated.
Instead of cupping my dick and balls, I'm just gonna mash it in there so I make an artificial pussy and run out there.
That was funny.
It's just a stand.
Sounds really sounding right.
I thought it was funny. Fuck off, guys.
All right.
All right. Anyways, Drayden, what's your fucked up story?
Yeah.
All right, so it was a few nights ago. I was smoking that electric lettuce.
Devil's lettuce.
The devil's
Yeah,
cabbage.
that sweet Kush. You know what I'm saying, boys? That
No,
Kush.
sounds-
No, we have no idea.
That marijuana.
What is that?
Okay, you can fucking stop emphasizing your marijuana like problem and like tell the story now. It'd be great.
Hey,
Dude,
I can stop when I want to.
just because
I think we should kick Steve, or not Steven, we should kick Drayden off the podcast.
All right, guys.
I can tell, like, I really don't feel welcome.
Like, I just heard the devil. Like,
Got scared.
Yeah, I'm scared now.
So I was lighting it up, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to kind of like tilt my head downward, and I start smelling I get a weird funky smell. I'm like, the fuck is that?
Weird funky smell.
And so I'm like, that's not my weed. And so I'm like looking around, and I happen to touch my head. I'm like, oh, I set myself on fire.
What?
Oh shit.
My fucking hair caught the lighter, and it turns out I was just burning myself.
Oh my god.
Burning
How
yourself
high do you-
where?
How
Where?
high do you have to be
Yeah.
to not notice?
You're on fire.
You're like, dog, I'm just straight
like,
burning.
Dude, I'm on fire
He
right
just
now.
goes, it's
Honestly,
lit, dude.
I'm on fire right now.
Yeah, I was for some reason my head was tilted back. My head was tilted forward, and thought it was some for good reason. That like just noticed like that smell that doesn't smell right.
Wait, straight up like you're.
Yeah, head was on fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck?
It's like those crazy barber videos where the dude just like sets his shit on fire.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
saw one where like
yeah,
he didn't
like-
actually couldn't put it out, and he starts slapping the piss
just-
out of this dude trying to get. And then he kind of like plays it off. He's got like the clippers, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what I was doing for. I was going for more of a rough
He's
look."
like,
You start beating.
Well, then I saw one, of course, where
Jesus Christ, your audio had it spiked.
the obligatory
It did
Minecraft
spike.
meme where they start adding the ooh, 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 ooh.
that's a,
But yeah, I mean, that's what happened. I set myself on fire on accident because I wanted to smoke marijuana.
that was your amazing.
That was your
story.
amazing
made us
story.
wait.
You made us wait a week
Dude,
to hear that.
you
for
made it
2
sound
days.
like you made someone jump off a bridge and you witnessed it.
Yeah, I
and
set
like,
myself on fire.
honestly, I will say that was a subpar story. I kind of
No,
like
no.
my
give it
my
a C
Attack on
plus.
Titan dick story
Tier list,
better.
C.
It's just
C.
Don't even start the tier list again. On session 0, we did a fast food tier list, and we about got into a fist fight over it. It
Oh,
was
dude,
pretty
fucking
close.
this guy over here, fucking
Because we were trying to give
Steven.
Burger King a little more credit.
stupid as shit.
Because we
Steven
think it's a
was-
little underrated.
No.
Dude, this-
I don't
underrated.
think so.
Steve, you were like screaming.
Yeah,
I
you
was.
were. He
I
was.
was.
It's not that bad.
Play that clip. Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, pull that up. Actually,
guys,
I
this
think
is
the
our own
camera died
podcast?
before we did.
Yeah, it did
This is
die
the first
before.
clip of the podcast. Where do I pull it from?
We don't have people like that.
Don't.
We don't have any
interns.
reference material.
Yeah, we have none.
We do not. Yeah, we don't.
This is supposed to be making our reference material. We're already trying to call back. We
This is
have, we don't have
the
any.
legacy, boys.
This is the first of
That's
many.
crazy. All right,
Probably the last.
JJ, you got any fucked up stories?
I do. I was kind of holding back because I didn't know
Dude, I know you have fucked up
how
stories. I know
personable.
you do.
Okay, guys. You know, I'm a little uncomfortable. You know, to talk about. Okay, homecoming night. I think my sophomore year, so it's been a while.
Oh boy.
Freshman year maybe. I was at my girlfriend at the time's house. I dated her for a very long time.
Okay.
To preface the story, her mom is very
Yeah.
Hot.
no.
No. I know.
She's very serious, very
Hot.
very strict.
She's out there.
Oh,
Like she would kill you.
Like
she's one of those
Baptist
moms. Like
mom
she'll straight
crazy?
kill. Yes, she's
Yeah.
very
I'm hearing
religious.
nothing wrong with this.
So we come back after homecoming, and she's upstairs. So we start getting the deed done downstairs.
okay.
I didn't even get my clothes off. Like we were already
guys were already,
in
like,
there.
in it.
Pants were still on, getting after
So
it.
you just kind of you just pulled your dick out of your zipper and just kind of like, well, this will work.
Yeah, I mean, we took the button off, took the zips down. You know what I'm saying? But we start getting after it, and then I hear, "Hello," and I'm like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I start rounding it up. I flop it up, zip up.
right.
My shirt's off, pants are still on, right?
Oh no.
So then it's just like it was like a movie. It was cinematic. I start hearing the steps, dun, dun,
That's perfect.
and I'm trying to get my shirt on. And the way it works, she could come down the steps and either turn right or left to get to the living room back here.
okay.
So I pretty much played the 50-50 game. I went in the right room. And I'm sitting there trying to get my shirt on. You know how it is, like cuffs rolled up and you're punching your arm. You can't get your arm through the shirt. And I'm just, dong.
Are you wearing like a button up or something?
Yeah, I'm still wearing like a,
It was homecoming.
yeah, it was my
okay.
homecoming
I was
shirt.
wearing,
Oh,
So I'm trying to punch my arms through the shirt, and I'm
no.
about wetter than a fucking beached otter at this point, dude. Like I'm sweating balls. I was getting after it. I was getting after it.
Otter.
And then luckily,
That is the worst way to describe it.
luckily she
Say that
turns
right
she
now.
turns left, and I kind of sleuth behind her on some like Solid Snake type shit, and I get in the bathroom. And then I look down. I'm wearing black pants. I have coochie juice from the belt line down to like my quads, like bottom quad down by the knee. It's just white.
No.
So I'm in that bathroom. I look. I'm sweating balls. I got poon juice on my pants. My shirt's all wrinkled up because it's been like, mangled. So I'm
God.
sitting there and I'm like, they have wet wipes, they have toilet paper, and I'm just scrubbing.
That's not gonna come out.
It did, but my pants were all wet at that point. You
Yeah.
can tell there were two different shades.
Oh fuck.
And then I just like took the hand towel and just started scrubbing my head to get the sweat off. It was rough. And then I went out there, sat down. Her mom's just sitting across the room in the recliner,
no.
just sitting there. And I plopped down, and then my girlfriend leans over. She goes, "Where's the condom?"
No.
Where's it
I
at?
said, "Oh fuck."
Where's it at?
I have
See,
no idea.
you wouldn't have that
Well, I
issue.
mean, that whole time I was panicking, the Jimmy was still on the cock, and I flipped it in the toilet, flushed it, but the wrapper
Yeah.
was nowhere to be found.
See, you know how you prevent that issue? Just don't wear a condom.
Just don't wear a condom.
Right, but at this point, I was naive. This is what,
never wear a
2015? Like, it's 2020 now. We understand. Like,
Yeah, but like that was quite a bit
it
ago.
was until
2020. We understand. You don't want it. You just go for it.
it's 2020. You just do it. But no, it ended up being underneath the couch. So I kind of like I was
didn't
like
say-
checking my
How the
shoes and
fuck
stuff.
does a condom?
you'd be surprised.
What's a condom goblin?
I
or
just
something?
say-
Bro, I couldn't believe it. She had to have known something was going on, bro.
Probably.
Because I was
Oh, yeah.
sweating cock, like pants are wet, my shirt's all wrinkled, hair's messed up,
Well,
and I'm just sitting there like, hey, I was
really
in the bathroom.
appreciate-
Act normal. Act normal. Hi. Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating? Oh, I just fucked your daughter. I mean,
I was watching Cops. I know that you touched my drum set because Cops doesn't start till 4.
Just fuck my daughter.
Know that you touched my daughter because cops doesn't start till 4.
I know that you touched my daughter.
So David,
Oh.
any fucked up stories?
Can I just say, that was an A+ story. It
That was
had
an A+
drama.
story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Had the full arc, didn't we?
It had the full arc.
Arc,
You brought
okay.
it around and everything.
Mine was just
there
fucking
moms,
stupid.
There
It
was,
was just like
sex.
something stupid that happened in my life. It wasn't
was
really like a
otters?
tragic
I was on
story.
the edge of my seat when he said, "I was putting on my shirt."
I see. Actually,
That was great.
You had me on otters.
The beach
You
style.
had me at like beach otter.
I didn't
yeah.
understand that because if something's beached,
Freshly
inherently it's
beached.
drying.
No, like
That's
freshly
true.
beached, so like his fur's all matted down.
Oh, okay.
Right. Because at this point, it was
usually
before I
dying.
knew that I needed to get a fade to look mildly decent. So I,
I
just
don't
have this
think
poofy fucking
I
hair.
don't think you know what an otter looks like, JJ.
Bro, otters are my favorite animal.
Oh,
Dude, I've seen one.
They're water
Wow,
sausages.
don't you feel stupid now?
I've seen one in the wild.
Yeah, you just checkmate, Drake.
Dude, you
Fuck,
just
you've
told
seen a-
this guy
Dude, I've
his
seen a
favorite
wild
animal
otter.
is an otter.
Where?
In Florida.
It's okay.
Oh, ew.
It's pretty cool.
That's awful.
It's
Drayden, why are you like
I've
the
seen a
center of
wild
negativity?
alligator.
Because I don't like Florida.
You don't like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like you.
Aw.
he has nothing good in his
I
life.
wish it was
Honestly, I will say right
reciprocated.
now, like our friendship right now is like top tier. because
We're
like
actually
we
doing-
fucking like
We're fucking.
we like give confidence to each other.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
I'm
really.
gonna be honest with you, Max. I want to fuck you.
honestly, I already got cum stain on my shirt on my shoulder. So like
Every
I'm
group
down
needs
for
a
it again.
punching bag, and I think Drayton really has fulfilled that role. I'm proud of you.
That's surprising. That is
But I mean,
surprising.
in other news, can we take a look at Steven real quick?
Honestly, dude, he's got
Can
the
we take a look at the
haircut.
drip?
Got the haircut
Yeah.
right now.
Look at the distressed
Dude,
pants, the distressed denim camo. And then we got the nice brown Chelsea boot or whatever that is. Converse
what the
Chelsea
fuck
boot.
is that?
Worn in. It looks good though. That's what matters.
I didn't even try on my
Star
outfit.
Wars
Vintage
shirt.
kind of look.
You know, I wanted to look good for the cast, guys.
You gotta
I-
look good for the
I
guys. That's what I was
respect
thinking.
I
That's my favorite
respect
hoodie.
that.
What are you trying to do? Like
Nice
brand
pants.
management right now?
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
dog.
And I'm just wearing
I got the
sweatpants.
distressed denim on too. I had to go
This
the
should
9
be a
yards.
segment. 5 minutes of complimenting each other.
That's
we just,
good.
We just
Except
yeah.
Drayton.
We need to do
Honestly.
that. JJ, you got a nice cock.
Thanks, dude.
He does.
I appreciate that.
You know,
I
JJ,
think we all
you're-
saw it today too.
You have
We all
a
saw it.
guys
really
did
nice
see it
meaty
today.
cock.
JJ,
I'm
if
gonna
I saw a
say-
piece of fuzz hanging off of your cock, I wouldn't think twice about grabbing it.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
mean, that's no different than if I had some lint in my hair. Like,
That's
I mean, we're so
exactly-
close. We're boys.
Exactly.
You have
No,
a nice
it's-
personality
That,
and cock.
thanks, man. David.
There's just like now there's like okay, let's cut the shit, guys. Let's do criticism now.
Okay,
Let's
we
be
got
honest.
another.
Your testicles are a little off.
Yeah.
They're honestly
I
they're a
measured
little.
them
I
last
don't
night.
want to start.
Here goes Drayton again, bringing us back down.
I'm
Yeah,
just
bring
saying.
it back.
Just my critique
I'm
is.
just saying your balls are a little uneven, dude.
We're out here cracking jokes, having a good time. Drayton goes and roasts the nuts. He had to go for it.
I had to roast my nuts.
He had to do it because there was no bad blood in this room until that point.
gotta-
Now the tension, you could cut it with a
Yeah.
fucking knife.
There's
You don't
only-
disrespect my mother, and you don't go for the fucking testicles.
There will be violence once Steven just hears about Burger King and how
Dude,
most
don't
people
even
like
get
it.
me started about Burger King.
I'm gonna get you started about Burger King. What don't you like about Burger King? I know you work there and you have a
Alright.
bias more than we do.
Fries are too salty.
Okay.
Bullshit.
But
that-
that's not a complaint.
I know,
That
but
is
like,
a
but like,
complaint.
even Wendy's has salty fries.
That's free salt. Go on.
Dude, salt.
Okay, fucking continue.
It's okay.
You got any more
One
criticisms
drama
about
queen.
the
It's okay.
fries?
Be strong.
Take it out.
He can't hurt you anymore.
Oh, God, he's crying.
Burger King raped me.
Show me on the bear where Burger King touched you.
On my ass.
The chicken fries. The chicken
We
fries.
look in the ISO booth and the king's just standing there. And like, whoa!
Oh yeah, by
And
the way,
he goes,
It's the Sneak
Also-
King.
guys, might as well say it right now. We will thank Terra Community College for letting us use their fine studio for
Oh,
our
yeah.
podcast recording.
yeah, we
Yeah,
weren't.
thank you.
Originally, we were kind of iffy about saying what the college was and that sort of thing. But now that we're 20 minutes in and we can reliably say that not a single person has made it this far, we can give a
Not a
thank
single
you.
person?
We can give a
Yeah,
sincere
quite
thank
honestly,
you.
we're
Fucking
probably
This is a
never gonna
nice-
get
about that.
We're honestly not going to get this kind of nice of a space, probably ever.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, granted, we have our own equipment and that sort of thing, but to have the acoustics of this room, the aesthetic,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
The equipment provided by Max Bureau.
Shut the fuck up! I brought my
Tech
own
support.
stuff.
I know you did
And
bring your own stuff. But
Positive
like,
personality
as in terms of camera,
provided by
lights.
Jonathan Dahl.
Look at me.
This podcast is brought to you
Love
by
you.
Subway.
Look,
This podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
God, that wouldn't be embarrassing.
That was a good joke, JJ.
Was that the sound of children getting fucked by
Oh
different
my.
Whoa.
What's your
All
highest
right.
score on Halo?
Oh.
Five.
Segway.
Highest
Segue.
score. We don't want to talk about it.
I love
dude.
segways.
I'll go off.
Speaking of segues, Steve, how much you jump on mine? And the topic you wanted to bring about was what was it?
I brought dreams.
You
I
don't
like
get me
talking
started.
about dreams.
Oh,
JJ keeps
yeah.
saying I shouldn't get him started. I'm gonna have to get on my phone for a second.
I
to
feel
bring
like
up
we
my-
have to get into it.
The overall topic is dreams, but I wrote down a few subtopics. I'd like to talk about wet dreams to start, since we've talked so much about
To
cocks
start
already.
No, well, because
I had a crazy
listen,
one.
because I can go off about this stuff, interdimensional
dreams?
beings, and
What dreams?
you know,
I had a crazy one.
interdimensional philosophy and that sort of thing. I will go off for days. So let's start with wet dreams. The funny stuff, get it out of the way before we get serious. Get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a
be
dream
honest-
that I fucked a tiger.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually
No,
telling
I'm
me?
not kidding. I'm not kidding you.
That's big
I had,
puss.
I had a dream. Okay, sorry,
On
it
the
was a
regs.
lion. I had a dream. I fucked a lion, and when I woke up, I genuinely was upset because I knew that I would never have that good of a dream ever again. I'm not a furry, but I mean, honestly, I have been chasing. I've been
I
chasing.
think
That's
I've
in the
had
title now.
2 wet dreams my entire
Same.
life.
You know,
Yeah.
I think I can recall at least 5.
Are you a fucking bionicle or what? That's nuts.
Why are you? How are you nutting this much in your sleep?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I like nutting. I think everyone at the table does
Dude,
too.
Yeah.
I nut so much during the day, there's no nut left for it.
That's-
I'm being honest with you.
That's what I'm saying.
The issue is it depends on how long you go without doing it.
Yeah.
Because when it
That's
happens
true.
to me, it's like when I try not to, and it's like 2-3 weeks, and I
I'm
haven't.
an
fucking-
addict.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I have
have a
friends
problem.
try to do the
No Nut November.
no nut November, just no fap challenges.
I tried that for like a week. I got 2 days and I was like,
I only lasted 3 days.
I had a friend go 90 days.
think I lasted 3
and he
days
was
too, so
having a
don't
wet
feel bad
dream
about it.
like every other day.
That's
Yeah,
nuts. Well, it
I
doesn't
mean-
count at that point.
What?
If your Kegels aren't strong enough to stop that wet dream in the middle of the night, you shouldn't be doing no fap.
that's true.
I don't do Kegel. How does a male do a Kegel?
Have you ever stopped your piss?
Huh?
Just
That
like if
sounds-
you're pissing, you stop your piss. That's
That
a
doesn't
Kegel.
sound good.
I don't.
That's the
You
same
gotta
muscle
work
that-
up the muscles, you know?
You do. It's good for your sexual health.
It
JJ,
is.
are you
It
telling
is.
me? Are you telling me you can grab stuff with your dickhead?
I wish.
What?
I wish too.
It's inside the penis. You don't close the tip of the
No,
penis.
hold on.
Opens it up.
Someone.
Looks like the fucking
not
piranha
fucking
plant from
fat,
Mario.
Are you telling me you can't grab things with your dickhead? What's wrong with you?
It's not an elephant trunk.
No, see that's
That's
when
what I'm
like,
not saying.
someone asked
Close.
me like seriously like okay, so Genie comes up to you 3 wishes. What do you wish for? First wish was prehensile penis, and then they stopped. They're like, okay, stop. What the fuck is a prehensile penis? I'm like, it's a fucking like elephant trunk. They can pick up shit, and like I don't have to bend down and do anything. It's just like grab
I'd
shit.
honestly would rather not have an elephant trunk for a penis, but like just be able to grab stuff with just with the tip.
No, that's what.
What?
There's
I
no
want to
need.
move it around.
There's no
There's
use for
zero. Yeah.
All right, hey
Zero
guys.
application.
By the way, we were talking about dreams.
We were.
We were.
We were talking about wet
We were.
dreams.
We're talking about
Alright.
dreams right now.
that. I can segue into the next.
This episode is going nowhere.
I got-
actually,
It's going somewhere.
This
This one's
We're 20
solid.
minutes in. I didn't even.
I think we're 20 minutes in. We didn't notice it's 20 minutes in. So like,
Yeah.
That's
I
not
think we're
too
fine.
bad.
I've been having a good time.
I'm having a good time
I
right
thought we
now.
were killing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We can talk about lucid dreams,
Lucid dreams will be the one where I go off.
dreams meanings, like,
Dreams don't mean bullshit. Don't mean anything.
Oh, I have-
That's
but
not-
like there's a
have a
whole
good
thing
one.
around it.
Are you kidding me?
I was looking at JJ.
Oh, I've got
JJ's,
a
like,
weird,
big
I've
into
got a
dreams.
weird dream, and like I've never been able to like
Dreams
to
are
do
completely
it.
real.
And that's the third one I have is super weird dream
See,
stories.
like, okay,
Go
here, let me go
go
off on my dream because like it's just I can't describe it to this day, and it's super weird. So like I was sleeping downstairs in my basement, like on the beanbag, and I must have been just like super tired because I remember like the minute I got home, I just passed out.
That was your first mistake. We don't get tired.
Right, and so I just kind of passed out. And so, anyways,
We work 6 jobs and we don't get tired.
but anyways, so it's this dream where I open up my eyelids and I'm like spectating someone else's view. Like I have no control over the body that I'm in, but I'm like a different person. I'm looking through someone else's eyes,
Right.
and they're coming out. It's like the stereotypical like Gotham City kind of look, where like he's coming out of like a movie theater, right?
Okay.
And so I remember he's looking at his watch. It's like something like midnight or something like that. I don't remember, but like he's looking at his watch and he's walking down this alleyway, and he gets a tap on the shoulder, then like a puller on the shoulder, and I feel all this. Like I feel like I'm just inside his head. Or
You're just experiencing
I'm
this.
just
It's like a
experiencing
video. It's
what
like
this
you're
man
watching a
is
video
experiencing.
game.
And it's just so descriptive. And so this robber basically pulls me around. He points a gun to my head and he's like, "Give me all you have right fucking now." Like I can see the gun like barrel like in my face and everything. And then he's like, I hear like muffled like, "Oh, here," and he's like pulls out a wallet and shit like that, and he throws it. And then Robert takes all of it and then just shoots him in the head. And all I felt was this piercing crack. And then it was like a headache. And then do you know how like water
Ears
runs out of
started
your
ringing.
ears? Like when you like, do you know how like
fuck?
like when water runs out of your ears when you have like a clogged ear from swimming? It felt like that, but on either side, but it was like draining continuously. It was like the blood was coming out of his ears.
And you woke up and your brother was pissing on you.
No.
And you woke up and you had a gun barrel to your head.
and then I remember like him falling back, and then the minute
He hit the
he
ground.
hit the ground, I like, and like it's like I witnessed somebody's real death on this planet in real time.
But do you want me to be completely honest with you? You could have.
I know, like, and I've read into that because like after the dream happened, I'm like, that is just too weird for like, because I would have never had that kind of imagination to just make like that's too real.
Let me be honest with you. We're not humans first. We are eternal spiritual beings having a temporary human life.
I feel like we
So,
trade bodies every.
We have
every
we
time
have a
die.
body, we have a
All
mind, we
care
have a
about
soul.
feedbacks.
Yeah.
Right. So we all have an astral body.
Yeah.
And we can visit that realm, but it's outside of our normal consciousness.
Right.
So when we're able to go to sleep and go to these deep meditative states, that's when our astral body can come out and play, go to its realm and do its thing. Show you what it wants to show you. Like, your soul's been around for how long? And the game is trying to get you to remember who you are.
That's what I've always like thought.
They're
about.
trying to teach you little things.
Yeah.
It's still you, but it has knowledge of things that
Maybe
you
it's like
don't have.
it's like things like past you, like maybe
Yes.
past yous have experienced this type of thing. Like
Yes.
either it's in the present
But
or future.
how does
like,
that bring
like-
up the case? And then like, how do you know that? Like, I don't know. I understand the logic, but I just don't understand. Like, how do you, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how do you not have? If you're saying you have a past life, then how do you not like have any proper like vivid memories or
That's what
anything like
deja
that?
vu moments are.
Yeah.
Well, I get
that's
those
right.
all the time.
I have deja vu moments like in my sleep. Like I'll remember something that specifically
You'll remember
happened in my
things,
dream, and then
yes.
like happens the next day. I'm like, this is so weird.
But there's a difference between the mind, the body, and the soul. They're
Right.
3 completely different things. And the human has a mind and a body, and the soul can inhabit different bodies. It's the same person. But the circumstances that build up your ego, which is what people use to look through this, we all look through a lens of the ego, which is why everything's logical or has to be right, has to be wrong. There's an up, there's a down. Everything has duality. That's because, we look through this ego lens, but that ego, that dies. When you die, your ego dies.
Your
But
ego
guess what
dies.
doesn't die? The thing that's been trying to tell you
Yeah.
all these things, whether it be in your dreams, in your mind,
Wouldn't
whatever
it
else.
just be just your I don't know, your experiences that you have right now?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, yeah. There's what's I mean, not to get into like religion or anything, but like, I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. It seems like when you die, you die.
Oh,
And,
you
like,
do, but there is definitely
Yeah.
something after death.
I don't know.
But-
Probably. But
The,
I mean,
the only
that's
reason
debatable.
you
That's a
do say
debatable thing.
probably is because if you haven't had an experience that would give it the validity, because I've had several things that are way too it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing.
I've had that.
And
happen
I've been I'm telling the boys this, I'm really going off.
He's going off.
I am now a practicing medium. I can communicate with spirits.
Interesting.
And that sort of thing. So it's just so real to me, but that's because I've had the experiences. So I never fault someone for not believing it because that's the logical choice.
It's like that's too like good to be true kind of deal. It's like it's too easy of a route for some odd reason.
dry boy.
I'm a dry boy.
You are a dry boy.
I think
You
next
drink this
podcast
thing.
we should bring
Push
just some like
that.
water bottles.
Yeah, I
The
did.
majority of us.
There's no
I didn't
water
bring
in
mine.
it.
I don't care. You can lip it.
That was the first mistake right there.
Okay, see, I don't give a shit.
I would kiss JJ too.
Would you
I
kiss
appreciate
JJ?
Anyone would really.
But no, like
I think we all should.
I'll tell you guys
stand
about
up and
my,
kiss JJ.
I've always had like a weird sixth sense. I come from like a Native American Indian, ancestry. So we always had this weird sort of, they're called synchronicities, things that are just like way too, crazy to be a coincidence. And it kept happening. So I contacted this guy. His name's Patrick Gorman. He's one of the biggest psychics in the entire country.
Oh, really?
And I reached out to him. I emailed him, and I was like, "Yo, dude, I want some questions. Want to pick your brain, that sort of thing." And he's like, "Well, I'm in Bellevue tomorrow. Just come meet me."
Oh, wow. That is
That's
wow.
such a
That is a
coincidence.
real.
So he's
coincidence.
15 minutes away.
Wow.
So I drive up there and I have lunch with him.
That's nuts.
And just to paint the picture of how good this guy is, like he can sit down, he can just point to anybody, tell them who their spirits are that are coming through. He can see all of these different things.
But isn't that
And-
just kind of painting a gas though?
It becomes a skill to a point. What I was getting, he started showing me how he did things, and I'm not going to expose his secrets, but like, he draws diagrams to explain, and he was explaining to me the
I think I've seen
behind the
that
scenes
before,
stuff. And I think my senses were kind of heightened because he was in there. He's kind of like an edifice of, spiritual proportions, I guess. He's like, there's a guy sitting behind you right now. I want you to write down what he looks like. So I close my eyes, and then for some reason my third eye I get like a huge headache where my third eye is, and I start writing down, and I'm like, okay, he's an old man. He has a widow's peak. He's wearing a red hoodie, blue jeans. He has brown boots, and he's drinking something brown. And I'm like, and my chest hurts. He's like, okay, you stay facing that way. I'm gonna go get a drink. And then he comes back. He goes, turn around. And I turn around, and guess who's sitting there? An old man, red sweatshirt, blue jeans, brown
That's
boots, and
crazy.
he's drinking coffee.
Didn't you post on your story? There's like some convention in like
Yeah.
Norwalk.
Yeah, he's giving.
I kind of want to go to that.
You should, I might be able to bring you. I have 2 free tickets.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's gonna let me go there and help.
Dude,
Is that another coincidence?
that's really that's really fucked up. Like that's like
crazy.
That's really
He's like,
weird.
yeah, I have 2.
But then what was crazy
is
about
it?
that is then he comes back. He's like, dude, you just got everything right, even down to the breathing problem.
I just
He
want
asked
to.
the dude if he had a
nuts.
breathing. That was why my chest hurts.
I just want to like see like, because I never like experienced like I've seen like shows about it.
Yeah,
and
me
stuff.
too. Like, but I don't
I just
believe
want to see it
TV.
in person. Like I don't want him to like read me or anything. I just want to see
Yeah.
him like read other people.
Absolutely.
I want
In
him to read
person.
me. Because I feel like I can't believe unless it happens to me.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
he's doing a gallery reading, so you
Or
can
like
go.
it's kind
and
of like I
it'll
don't know, like I would have to believe until he starts like talking about like shit that like no one really knows. You know what I mean?
That's what's like. I was with my girlfriend's best friend. This is the first time I've ever read somebody,
Okay.
and her grandfather had just passed. Which I mean, you think, oh, JJ already knows that he's passed, so that's biased, but not really. He's like, she's like, can you try and read and talk to him for me? And I'm like, I can try. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna give you any promises. But the way that I see things, it's called clairvoyance. I have clairvoyance and clairsentience, so I can feel spirits, and they send me pictures in my head. So I got this picture. I'm like, okay, is he overweight? She's like, yeah. And I kind of described what his face looked like. She's like, yeah. I'm like, he's wearing a blue shirt. And he's like, yeah, he was shown in a blue shirt at his funeral. She's like, does he have any hobbies? I'm like, he works on cars. She's like, yes, he does. And then she's like, there's one feature that I want you to describe to me that will tell me that it's him. And I'm like, okay. So I sat there. I was rubbing my forehead. And I just kept seeing hands. And I'm like, does he have a ring? Like, why is he showing me his hands?
You have
I'm like, is it
hands.
his fingers? Are his fingers huge? And she just started bawling.
No.
Wow.
And then I was like, and his right index finger is shaved off. And she just lost it.
Whoa.
Wait, so
Because he was showing me, I just had a
so
picture
you're saying
of
like they
hands.
just like send you pics? Well,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's just like if you were to close your eyes and I was like, think about what Steven looks like.
Right.
That's what comes in my head. But
But you've never seen this man ever.
yes.
So do you like close your eyes when you
I
do
have
this?
to.
Yeah, because probably makes it easier to see it. Then
I have to really meditate and like
Wow.
I can turn it on and turn it off.
that's talent.
This podcast got really deep.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's fun about it. And it's only 32 minutes in and we've
only
covered
13
so
minutes
many
in.
How the
bases.
fuck did we get here from spirituality to
We went
were,
from
like,
like
talking
wet
about
dreams.
wet
But what's funny is we got 20 minutes of funny shit, 10 minutes of something, kind of cool to talk about.
Yeah.
For everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That was really cool.
But
JJ,
no.
thank you for just telling us your gift.
No problem. I mean, as more stuff happens, I'll be able to talk about
well,
it.
yeah,
more.
since you shared like your being like clairvoyant stuff, tell us how many times you've cummed yourself while you're sleeping.
That's not a very good segue.
Not very
No,
many.
that was pretty.
That was like
I actually like
that
that Drayton's in here and he's a little skeptical because it makes the commentary and
I
the
don't know.
dialogue so much better when you have people of different viewpoints.
But so like I'm like in between. Like I've seen it on TV shows, but like
Some
you
of
can't
them are
believe
fake.
TV. Yeah, but a lot of them
Yeah.
are fake.
the Long Island.
Isn't that the
Something
Long
that
Island
Patrick was
one?
telling me, he's like,
Yeah.
if you go to a psychic and you start getting nauseous, that's how you know he's fake.
Really?
So like when you meet a psychic that's like scamming people, you will want to just throw up.
Really?
And you will know that he's
I-
fake.
I've never also like
My issue
been
it
in
just
front of
seems
a
like it's
psychic.
majority. It seems like reading people like by guessing them, or it's just or like putting them under a placebo effect. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Like I could because I can go like I could look at like Max and I just be like, hey, I've seen that you've lost a grandparent. Your granddad, yeah, okay. Granddad, because your granddad died.
My great grandfather died,
There we go.
but not recently. It was
he
like
was
10
white.
years ago now.
He's white, okay.
He is white. Yeah, he's white.
Short brown hair.
No,
Fuck.
nope, definitely not.
The part
Short
of it
black
would be
hair.
looking for connections where there are none.
Yeah.
You can make connections in your own head.
Well, the thing with mine is I have no idea what the fuck they're trying to say to me, but the things they're showing me are things that person will recognize.
Right.
So it's not like I'm sitting there and I'm like playing the weird game of 21 questions where I'm like,
Yeah.
do you have someone who passed away? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, is he a
wear
male?
a ring once?
Yeah.
Did he,
You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
I'll just be sitting there. I'm like,
you in a
ballet
bad
shoes.
place?
did he wear you like a ring?
But yeah.
Some of the stuff you told me like last year, that was insane.
Oh yeah. If you guys didn't know, actually I don't even know if I want to talk about it. That could be a second
Yeah,
podcast.
You know, this is-
that's a whole.
I have some
This is
very-
podcast episode 1.
Dude, I have some crazy otherworldly stories in terms
That's
of
just like I didn't really believe in that stuff before. Like you told me, and then you told me that stuff. Yeah. I want to go to that thing now.
We're gonna get deep in episode 2. Let's talk about out of body experiences.
Ooh,
I can do
that'd be
that right
really
now.
nice.
That's your astral
Never
body
had
coming
one.
out.
You
That's
never
the
had
thing,
one of
though,
those?
like,
I've
people
had
talk
2
about,
of those.
like people talk about have like lucid dreams or like sleep paralysis. I've never.
Listen,
had that.
he said
never
he's never
had
had sleep. Dude, I've had some terrifying sleep paralysis. Like holy.
I've had
shit.
one.
Actually, no. I've seen shadow people before.
And
I
see,
don't know if-
Oh, dude,
Those
mine
are
are
the thing
shadow
about-
people.
Those are
They're
just
like-
your inner demons coming out.
No, they're
but,
actual
like,
demons.
But that's like the thing though, like people are like, oh, I've seen shadow people. Like, yeah, I used to see them like a lot. But that's because like I was
You want to
like,
know why you see them?
really
Do
tired.
you want to know why you see them when you're younger?
Why?
Like when everyone sees the things when they're younger, is because if you think of life as like on a timeline,
Yeah.
the
and the
demons think
further
they're
you
pure.
get, the further you get away from this line, the further you're away from birth, death.
Right.
So when you're just born, you're still on the line of life and
Right.
death, which means
That
you
makes
can
sense.
still see the spirits that are below here.
I've had some fucking crazy. Like there's this one.
If you ever successfully like astral project or have an out of body experience, it'll change your life and the way you see
I don't think I've
everything.
ever had like successfully had one really.
I've never tried it. It's always been like
It's very-
accidental
it's
times.
hard.
It's
Dude,
really
it's like-
difficult. Like you had like just the right conditions in
Yeah.
order for it to happen.
Absolutely.
But for my sleep paralysis story, it was like I woke up and of course like you're sitting there in bed, you can't move, and all you can see is like the room around you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm in this kind of room where it's straight back this way, and then my door to my room goes down a really long hallway. It just
Right.
goes down like this. So I'm like, okay, well, this is my room. I'm like, okay, well, it's sleep paralysis. And usually, like, when I see sleep paralysis, like, when I have sleep paralysis, like, I sense things in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But then I usually just kind of close my eyes and then it goes away. But this one was like, it was almost like a malevolent, like, really weird vibe. Like, this is way more
Yeah.
than something that's ever been in the room with me before. And then I hear, well, I'm getting, like, chills talking about it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so fucked up.
Getting spooked, boy.
And so I hear the footsteps in the hallway. My house is pretty old. It's like a wooden, like it starts creaking, and then this fucking long, like it's like The Grudge and Slender Man and like all this other stuff combined into one thing. And it's like all I saw was it was so tall it had to bend down underneath my door. It took its long hands and went like this, went underneath my door, and grabbed my whole bed, and like it felt like it brought it closer. And all I saw was like this blank face because it just tore back its hair like this and then put its face up. Oh, it's getting so weird.
Well, like, that's the thing,
It's
though,
just so
like-
fucked up.
Like that, I mean, it makes sense because there's a reason. I think there is a reason. I just can't remember what like the medical reason what happens. Your brain does that, but it's pretty much like it's your body. It's like your body is still in its sleep cycle, but your brain is just like, oh shit, we're still awake. Like that's just like
Right, but then if you were to ask anyone in a medical field, even in the highest like brain
They still-
sciences, if
they
you
still
go,
don't really
what
know."
is sleep?
Yeah,
Or what is
yeah.
consciousness? You will never get an answer.
No.
Because it's so much more than we can comprehend as people.
Right.
well, yeah.
And we are consciousness. We are not a body.
I'm about to say, like, we're not just animals that live every day and just survive and reproduce
Way
and,
different.
and do our simple life cycle. We innovate, we think, we go around issues, we actually solve
Connect
problems.
on deeper levels. I'm
Fuck
telling you.
hard,
On
dude.
Do you
deeper-
think our spirits are in like a fourth dimensional plane?
It is
Yeah.
100%. And yeah,
Oh yeah, we were
Dude,
talking
bro.
about the fourth dimension.
I was like, I was like drawing it for David and shit.
Oh, I know. I already like knew it, and the other guys in the room they didn't like know what it was, and like they're like, "Oh, this ain't real." I'm like,
I get it a little bit. It's a lot like Monsters Inc., right?
2319.
No, I watched the video, but it was like
Actually,
it was
Jesus,
explaining
you were
the fourth
fucking
dimension
peeing
was
on
like how in Monsters Inc. they
Gotta
open the door
scream.
to a new plane, and
It's not peaking that much.
They can
On mine.
open the door to the fourth dimension at will in that movie.
Well, here,
That's what it is.
let me raise this. What if the astral realm, or that's when you have these out of body experiences and that sort of thing? What if that is the fourth dimension?
What is
The fourth
dimension?
The fourth
Yeah,
dimension is
there's
time.
there's like
The fourth dimension is time. So we have length, width, height. We have 3 different ways we can go.
Okay.
Right? The fourth dimension is just a fourth way we can go. And when you break into that fourth dimension, the solid realm, because everything here is material, everything here is duality, right?
Yeah.
So the further you get away from that, the more malleable life is. So when you're in the fourth dimension, it's a lot more, I can fly, I can snap things into existence, I can do this and that, which is very reminiscent of sleep and out-of-body experiences and that sort of thing. So it's very, very likely that the fourth dimension is the same as like that realm, and it's why we're so close to it, because it's one dimension away. And we're fourth and fifth dimensional beings by nature anyway, in terms of our consciousness.
Which one's on the fifth?
The fifth one is like way more difficult to explain.
Well, you said it's mind, body, spirit, right?
Yeah.
So which one's on the fifth? Mind.
Your spirit.
Your spirit.
Okay.
Your spirit, your soul is the thing that goes between the different dimensions.
Doesn't it go up to,
Give
like,
me your
7?
soul.
I have no idea.
Because I was actually watching like the Joe Rogan podcast, and like some astrophysics guy came on there, and he was talking about like all these dimensions.
Was it the Black Science Man?
Well,
No, it wasn't him.
theoretically,
It was,
there could
like,
be
people
infinite
like-
dimensions.
Wait, that one.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Jeez.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
It wasn't him. It was
Was he a slender guy?
yeah.
He's talking. He's
Yeah.
really quiet. Yeah.
He was a slender man.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
but there's like a really
Can.
good picture about the fourth dimension, like on Google.
Yeah.
It's like a tesseract and shit.
Well, it's not. I mean, that's the way you can depict it. So if you think of 3D as being like a square and a square to make a cube, you're putting a square in a square. The fourth dimension would be if you took that cube and put it in another cube.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like a tesseract.
And notice how things seem like they're disappearing.
Yeah.
That's because we can't see
yeah.
that dimension
For people
of
watching
the object.
this,
Maybe we should pull that image up.
We
pull
might,
that
but we
image up.
probably
You
won't.
might
I'm
have
going to be
to.
completely
I'll
transparent. We
save
probably
it.
won't.
Completely transparent.
It's like
I'll
a
probably
gift.
forget.
it's a gift.
Yeah.
I won't
Good
watch
luck
this far.
doing that.
It's probably way too out of sync at this point. We're just not gonna.
I mean, is your guys' audio still on? Like, you're still recording? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still
recording.
Yeah, we're cool. We're
All right,
straight.
because David and I ours has been off for like 40 minutes.
You shut the fuck up.
I'm just fucking.
I wouldn't care. I'd still put
I've
it
been
out.
watching it this whole time.
Have you not recorded this entire time?
Well, I do remember reading something that the fifth dimension is just unconditional love, and that's where
There's
the
like,
universe and
That's a dog.
a
Dogs
god-
live on the fifth dimension.
Another thing is there's like our colors. We can like there's like so many colors, and we,
We
can
can't
only
see all
like,
colors.
Yeah, because we only have
small
3
amount,
cones.
yeah.
That's like
Something.
something
when we
like
take
that.
these psychedelic compounds and we break the filter that's in our brain, and we can see. People
Like
can see
different
colors
shit.
that we can't normally see
That's-
with a three-dimensional
you and
filtered
I,
brain.
we should just do some PCP together.
I knew
PCP,
he
I
was
don't
gonna
think
go
that,
right
I
for
don't think
that.
that's the good one.
You know what we should do? We should take some mushrooms and do the podcast.
That would be
Yeah.
insane.
I would be screaming.
That'd be
Terrified.
scary.
That'd be really frightening.
Ooh,
I
let's
feel
do.
like frightening.
You said you had out of body
I feel
experiences.
like we would try to
I've
try to
had, like,
fuck each other or
2.
kill each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were very
No middle ground.
Or both.
No, or yeah, just kill each other and have sex with the dead bodies.
Just fuck each other's corpses.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point.
Okay, on that
Yeah.
note, I want to hear Steven's
I've only
out of
had
body experience.
like 2, and they were very like quick.
Right.
Like I was,
Well, you probably scared the fuck out of you, and then
well,
you
like
went
I was
back
in
up.
between falling asleep and being awake,
Perfect.
Oh,
and like I wanted to get up, but I was like almost asleep, and I sat up,
But it was your astral.
and I turned around, and I was still on the couch, and then I like got sucked
Whoa.
back in, and then I sat up.
Whoa.
So you
that's
almost
freaky.
did it.
I was
So,
like, what
like,
the fuck just
You
happened?
almost did it.
So what would you classify as like sleepwalking then?
That's
'Cause,
just,
like,
that's just a
because-
medical thing.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause, like-
that's completely mechanical.
All right, because I've had a time where like when I was way younger, I think in middle school, like I was sleepwalking and like for some reason I meticulously opened my book bag, but luckily there was nothing in it. I opened my book bag and just took a piss right into it. And like my mom,
Like any other day. He's just doing the routine.
No,
That was your astral body. Still
Your astral body really needed to let down out.
like, well, no. Like, what was
Mom
funny,
found
what
the
was,
pee
like, fucking
bag.
weird- What was funny is that like I had no idea what was going on. And, like later that day, the day after, my mom's like comes to me, she's like, "Did you know you were sleepwalking last time?" I'm like, "No idea." She's like, "Yeah, like I walked in the hallway and I saw you in your room and you were just pissing in your book bag and right back
And you
to
didn't
bed."
stop me? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
well,
What the fuck
yeah,
wrong
for
with
some
you?
reason you're not
He's
supposed to
letting me
wake him
piss
up
in my
because
book
that's
bag?
That's total bullshit.
it can scare you, give you
No,
PTSD, that sort of
I
thing.
have this one friend, it's Trey, and he always like every time he's been to my house, he sleepwalked. And like one time I woke him up and he like tried to like fucking kill me or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
People
it's-
go crazy.
It's more to protect yourself, not to
Yeah.
wake them up. I've sleepwalked before, but it's just in my house. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
wake
would-
up on the couch or something, and I walk to my bedroom, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, but like I think the weirdest thing was I remember falling asleep in my room and I woke up in the bathroom, like in the tub for some odd reason. Like I don't know what the transition
I am a
was.
dirty boy. It is time for me to take a shower.
Oh, I know, it's not like,
I honestly could have just
You
been-
probably made some cummies in your bed when you were sleeping.
Yeah.
Figure you need to wash them off.
I probably made cummies on the shirt.
I'm a dirty boy.
I'm a dirty boy. Time for me to take
There's
a
like
shower.
there's like
This is a
these weird
wet,
stains in
dirty
my shirt. I don't know
boy.
where they're from.
Yeah,
You know what I
know,
just
yeah.
thought of? Something that's cool. I'd love talking about like the astral realm and that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel
When people
bad
actually
that-
successfully astral project, which is what you did for a second, but you freaked out. If you could stand up, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere in the world.
Could you fuck
However,
yourself if you're astral projecting?
You can fly. when
You
you're
can
astral
fly. You can go
projecting?
anywhere. But if you try to go to places like Area 51, the Vatican, and places like that, there are demons there that guard those places so you can't see the information.
Okay, that I'm kind of.
I don't know about
that.
that.
One, I don't
And
know
it's
that one
routine
about.
for everybody that has tried to do
That's-
it.
I don't know about that one.
It might be
that
something
one
you need to experience.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a cop out.
I say that one just seems kind of like.
there like it's a routine experience for people who do
Give me
astral
other
projection.
locations that would be happening to.
I want you to
Just different
astral
religions.
project
Just those
tonight.
two, or-
I want you to tell me what I did this. I want you to tell me what I did tonight.
That's just what?
What?
That has
What?
nothing to do with what we've been talking
Spoiler
about.
What
alert.
anything to do with it?
I'm gonna jerk off.
I could have. I knew
You
it.
could have said, "Hey,
There was actually one time I did astral project, but I didn't know that's what I was doing, and I flew all the way to Calvert, and I was just shooting hoops in the gym.
What?
That sounds like
I
a
could, and you could
waste.
feel the ball in your hands, and I was just out there just crossing up, laying
What
it
if
up.
what if the janitor came out and he just saw like just the
Just
ball
bouncing.
dribbling and that's all that was there?
Yeah, that's what's
the
great.
ball- Yeah, Jared just walks in to see a ball bouncing and just making really shitty free throws.
He's playing pig by
I'm
himself.
thinking of it.
Or is
It's
it horse?
like-
every
Horse.
shot.
Is it horse or pig for like that one basketball game where you're trying to make the tricks and you gotta get it in?
That's horse.
I think it's
body's-
horse, yeah.
It's horse.
It's both.
It's both?
Oh, it
Is
doesn't
pig
matter.
like the shorter one?
Yeah, pig's
Okay.
like the shorter.
Okay, well then I was right.
Present
both
at all
times.
times.
Yeah.
At all times. It's just in a three-dimensional
Oh, what
body.
can't you do in the fourth dimension, or like astral projecting? What can't you do?
A lot of things I
A
feel
lot of-
like.
yeah, I mean, I haven't actually had like an experience where I could willingly, like, I had never had one where I knew I was doing it.
Or like, can you possess people and shit?
No.
That's
You can go
funny,
and
though.
look at people.
that's not fun.
But it was weird.
You
when I
can
had-
get possessed while you're astral projecting.
That's cool.
Because the demons that live in that realm and the beings that live in that realm, they can sap your body for energy now that your spirit's not
Would
in
you
it.
want to hang out with a demon? That sounds pretty cool.
Nah.
That sounds kind of lit.
See,
My foot fell
I
asleep.
definitely
guys.
freaked out and like
Yeah.
My foot's-
tried to get back.
And that's
to
why
my
most
mouth.
that's why most dreams it ends with you falling because your astral body fell back into your body and it jolted you awake.
I don't know. I think it would be pretty lit to hang out with a demon.
I feel like
Ask
he
him some
would.
questions.
Yeah, just have
So
some, you know.
did
It's like
the
a
show
review.
Insidious get a lot of things
I know.
right?
I was
That-
just.
that
I was
movie?
just
I
gonna
haven't
say
seen
something
it.
about that. I'm like,
You've
is it
never seen
insidious about that?
Insidious is like
Oh, like ghosts and
has
shit.
the kid. He like
He
astral
can-
projects and
yeah,
he
he can get
leaves
out of
his
his body.
body
And demons can get in
and
your
goes
body.
anywhere. And
I don't
then
know if I've
the
seen
reason
that.
he doesn't wake up at one point is because he gets like possessed by a
Possessed,
demon.
yeah.
He can't get back to his body.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Insidious was all right. The movie was like.
I
the-
think
the
we
first
should
movie was
watch
good.
that movie and
Second
come back
one
and
was
talk
like
about it
dog
next time.
shit.
The first movie was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I don't really like the like other.
I
ones,
like the
so.
Darth Maul looking guy.
The last
Oh,
small looking
right.
guy. I
Isn't
think the
key
only.
dude.
I think
No.
I think we killed
No.
this though. I'm gonna be completely honest. We're 47 minutes in, and that was just a really good conversation.
Now we're just like.
I feel like we're beating a dead horse now because I keep wanting to talk about it. So maybe we wrap it up. We talk about one more
No,
thing
I
before we
want to
go.
ask you something. Dude.
I mean, we can keep talking for as long as we
well,
want to.
here,
I mean, this
let's-
doesn't have
here,
to end
let's-
in like.
Oh, we could
we-
split it at any point.
Yeah, I mean, let's it's a staple of every podcast question. It's a very important one. Is this we're getting pretty close to the end? The really big question is it gay to suck your own dick?
Yes,
I can't touch my.
I have
toes,
never
so-
seen so many segues to talk about penis than out of trade.
it is insane.
I am just
it's-
horny, Steven. I'm
it's
be honest
just-
with you.
He's just
It's
horny.
amazing.
I am
You should be
just-
thinking about clunge then.
You are your own like psychology case for
Wait, hold
someone
on.
to study.
Oh,
JJ,
absolutely.
It's
I would
amazing.
love to be like
Case
Hold on,
study.
wait, guys,
Case
shut
study.
up.
Yeah.
Case
Shut
study,
up.
the Drain Project.
JJ, what the fuck did you just say?
Would you fuck
I
me?
said you should be thinking about clunge then.
Clunge.
Freaking sniz, dude.
I have
Yes.
never
I
heard.
I try to think of every
clunge.
word I can besides using the normal
What the
words.
fuck? I've never heard.
It's way
Horny for
funnier.
butt. It's horny for butts all the time.
The bussy.
Sure.
Pussy.
Bussy.
The
Pussy.
my boy.
Debussy.
No,
Pussy.
Isn't he? I was gonna say, isn't he like a?
Yeah, he's a composer.
Oh, the pussy.
Debussy.
The pussy.
Wait a minute, everybody. Just in case we need it. I wanted to
A
put one
resync?
clap. Yeah, I wanted to
Alright,
put one
guys,
clap
on
in there.
three. The pussy. Oh.
I didn't hear what you
Close
said.
I wasn't really sure what we were doing.
1, 2, 3. The pussy.
1, 2, 3.
Pussy.
1, 2, 3. The pussy.
Pussy.
I feel like we do have a live studio audience because there's a couple
We
people
do.
in the studio behind us watching
See, I
us.
feel really like what I was gonna say earlier is I feel really bad because there's all these people like doing important things
Yeah,
behind
just
this
coming
glass
around, yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And there's what these five jerk offs just making like talking about like,
We're talking about the fourth dimension and
Talking
wee
about
wee.
the fourth dimension, jerking
the
off,
fourth
and
dimension and like
wet dreams.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
coming
we never
in-
did talk about wet dreams.
We did a little bit.
We do.
We
We can come back to these
David.
topics.
Yeah, well, we will. Inevitably, we will come back to that.
Yeah,
At some point. If we're going to be doing this every
Always
Tuesday.
Go back.
Yeah.
So just
We're gonna have a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I'm praying that we eventually evolve and we're able to talk about things that are completely different.
Yeah.
No, this is fun.
We
though.
hope.
It is fun.
It is,
I
yeah.
opened my mind, and now I'm an astral being myself.
You are an astral being.
Wait, he's like just not here anymore. It's like
Steve,
I'm
we
actually
just
a
looked over.
demon that got possessed. 'cause
Steven,
he left.
Steven just disappears. His
did.
chair's like wobbling. I'm like,
Steven is no longer here. It is just.
Now I'm gonna phase into the fourth dimension.
later.
That'd be
buddy.
fucking,
JJ,
that'd be
I have a
fucking
question.
terrifying.
What's up?
That'd be awesome.
Do you believe in astral? I can't even
Astrology.
Astrology?
Say. No,
Astrology?
like the signs, like
Yes.
horoscopes. Do you?
That's astrology.
I don't know if I
one.
do.
Well, 'cause-
I do.
okay, the only
Is
reason
it?
why I don't is because people make up all these ludicrous
Yeah, it's
things.
like-
Yeah.
And that happens.
That
And that
happens.
does happen.
And
I
so
can't even
can't-
say it.
I don't
know.
because it never
Astrology?
matches
Yeah,
up.
I
with
can't
me.
even say it
Right.
for some reason.
My sign is like Capricorn, I think.
You're a
I think that's
Capricorn?
mine too.
Yeah, because it's
That's mine
like
too.
late December.
Wouldn't be surprised. Guess what mine is?
But like the
Cancer.
things that
Mine
say
is.
never match up with what actually
I'm a
happens
feeler.
or like how I feel.
Mine is kind of accurate. Mine's a Virgo. Mine's kind of accurate, I'd say. I like when I've read like from reliable,
Right.
quote unquote
Well,
reliable.
like, isn't it just like?
I'm a Scorpio. I just be cheating.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah, I hate when people do that. When they use it as an excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like, or it's like, it's
hate
like,
that.
I look
Like, dude,
complete-
I'm a Gemini. I can't have a
It's
boyfriend
okay. It's
until I'm
okay.
26.
It's okay. I'm a Cancer.
I
I'm a
can't help
complete
it.
Piece of shit. It's
That's-
okay.
that's-
That's me.
That's kind of what I was saying. Like, there's people that like base their lives off
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
sign.
And
I can't stand.
And a
it.
lot of time, because I mean, I personally do believe that there's implications for it, but that doesn't mean that you're bound by that sign. I think
No.
you use it as a means to find your weaknesses and make yourself a more whole person.
I just don't know. Like, how do the stars like predict like who
Well,
you
if you-
are?
I mean, we
If you
are the
think about it-
universe, dog.
If you think
I
about it,
don't
every
know.
Everything is
But
us.
doesn't
We are
that-
everything.
But doesn't that like negate the whole reason of like free will? If you're saying like, oh yeah, doggy, the cosmic force says you're gonna do this, but like, what does it mean like to like, I don't know, like, let's say like I can keep talking, or I can just punch David in the face. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, you can be born for predispositions to do different things, but it's not going to tell you that you're punching David right now.
So,
It's gonna it can give you the mindset to have the tendency to want to
Right.
do that, but it's not going to
Do
predict.
you
it
think
what
you
you're doing.
have free will, Drain? Or do you think all of your decisions are predisposed and you're just on a set track?
I firmly believe.
I believe
thought
in
it was different
both,
timelines.
actually.
Well,
I do.
here-
I believe in multiverse and time.
Yeah.
Here, see this.
Mhm.
Here, actually, you know what? Like, since we've gone for this, I'll tell you what I do believe in. I do believe our Lord Savior, Lord Xenu, is going to cleanse this planet.
The spaghetti, the flying spaghetti
start
monster.
off, so you start off the bar like right here.
Yeah, I was actually really excited.
This is nothing.
Every
You
time
had
we
me.
start getting deep,
Yeah.
he brings us back down to earth level. I'm trying to astral project. into
I'm trying to
fourth dimension
project,
right now.
boy.
Trying to project up to here, and you're bringing me down to here,
Bro,
bro.
you're bringing me down to like the second dimension.
Sorry,
I'm trying to be on
I'm
4.
a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus. I can't.
Listen, I'm just stubborn.
This is what I
so,
do
like,
because I'm a Pisces.
so stupid. But no, like what was it?
Someone
he was,
just laughed. I hope it's
he
not 'cause
was
they could
he
hear
was
it.
saying something like oh no, was it you or him? I don't remember. It's like how can the stars determine that? Well, if you think about
Yeah, it was
it,
David.
in each season, because we know we're all born to different seasons,
Right.
and if you think about it, when the planet turns, there's always a new set of stars, like in like constellations, because that's why like in I think it's fall, or is it something that you see Orion's belt, or is that winter when you see Orion's belt?
I think it's fall.
It might be fall or like
Right,
it's
but
like
that's just a matter of us moving in relation to the universe, and those stars are millions of years old.
oh right.
Yeah, I mean, like shit. Like some of them could just be dead, and then like we could, because that's the thing though. Like what we see from there is just it's the time of the light that's noticeable. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
like those fuckers
And
are
I
dead.
wish I had more answers about this topic, but I
Yeah,
really
I mean,
don't.
like,
I just
like-
personally, I personally think there's implications for it, but I don't believe everything.
And I
About
get
it.
that.
Yeah.
I respect that, JJ.
Hopefully, with your laptop just falling asleep, it didn't just drop a couple.
No,
it's
you
been
know,
doing
honestly,
it.
mine's
Ours have been doing
been
that.
doing that like all
I need
day.
to fix
My
it.
laptop has not fell asleep.
No,
this
not a
entire
single
time.
time. We've been
Wow.
staring at the levels.
That's crazy. 'Cause this one just kind of goes, well,
Yeah.
turn off for a minute.
No,
Oh,
I
wait,
see
I'm
it.
back.
I think it's a
Give it to
setting. I think I turned it on to stay on.
Yeah.
Just
Just so I don't lose anything.
It's just actually doesn't.
Hey,
turn
how
off
long
for
do we
quite a
have the
bit.
studio for, boys?
I think it sounds like 2.
Well, it's 1:40. I think.
Do you want to
give
wrap
us
it up and then
probably
maybe
time
do a
to wrap it
mini-sode?
up.
I think we should
It's-
wrap it up.
I wouldn't say this is amazing. We can just keep it as it is and just clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying when we have extra studio time, we could wrap it up here and then maybe give them another
Another
10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Play a game or something.
You again? Okay.
So
All right. Well, I guess we're ending it. I'd say pretty good job there, boys.
I think
proud
we
of
killed
us.
it, and I had a lot of
Okay,
fun
we
doing
This
it.
was a much more structured and.
I'm not gonna lie, it is very difficult. Is like because there's always that thing. It's like, well, anyone can do podcasts. Like you
Right,
sit
that's
around in a
not true.
circle, and like I don't think so because like I've done quite a few,
Yeah.
and I've actually never had like this intimate of like a time with a podcast, and like
Yeah.
it's actually gone. Like I've actually feel pretty good about this.
Covered a lot of topics. too.
covered
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
did.
topics.
Max, I want you to know, I love you.
Oh, they do.
And
I love
think you're
you
a piece
all.
of shit.
What do you say?
I love
You're a
you
piece of
all.
shit.
I take out the predicate to that sentence, but I love all of you guys.
Yeah, you're pretty.
And I think this does a lot for me personally. Because, we could
Yeah.
be laying in bed right now taking a nap,
Well,
withering and
Max.
being depressed. However, we made the conscious choice to be with the boys.
You know, I
Get some stuff
You know,
off our
honestly, because we all kind of like after like our video classes, we all kind of just like do fuck all.
Yeah, I mean, it
essentially.
just gives us a reason just to like I don't know, like this podcast merely isn't just to make anything rather than just something that we all
It's just
enjoy.
something for us to do.
And
you
just
know?
a love seeing boys, you know what I mean?
Right, and if you've watched this far and you wonder why the next upload is something completely ridiculous, it's just because me and Steven wanted to do it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
We want to do pretty much. We just want to do like some videos that have some virality properties to them, so we get a couple viewers that can
Right.
watch our podcast.
yeah.
Have
That's
you,
all we want to do.
Aren't you guys gonna lowball?
Lowball pawn shops.
lowball
That's
pawn
one.
shop.
Just be
That's
absolutely
I want to be there for that.
I'm working on getting myself a on the body mic that I can hide.
A lapel?
So people.
I
can
try
hear
to
me.
get one. They're kind of expensive.
They're a
Like,
little
I think the
expensive.
set that I got was like $300.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
pricey.
but you can
There's some
find
cheap ones.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap up the first really official Cuddlepile podcast. My name is Max.
It's David.
Drayton.
JJ Three Legs.
Man, you should have just like skipped the.
They call me Steven Two Fingers.
And I'm Drayton. And this has been Cuddlepile Podcast Episode 1.
See you later, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Hmm.